How is everybody doing today? Oh man, it's been quite a month of June. I have got some exciting work from home news that I'll talk a little bit more about on Monday. But we are doing our Q&A for Friday. If you are not familiar with the Q&As, people email me, comment, find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and send me your little questions. I'm very low tech, write the questions down, and go from there. Okay. I am worried about making steady money with 1099 advice. So, my advice primarily comes from my time with LiveOps. I was with LiveOps for 3 years this last time. And let me tell you a little bit. Now, I've also been with NextRep, Omni Interactions, Verifast, and from my experience with that, 1099 you have to pay your own taxes. I tell everybody every $30 out of every 100 made needs to go to a savings account to pay for taxes. That leaves you $70 out of every 100. You should be putting 25 of that back into your bank account and not touch it in case of low times. Now, we know for most, but not all, but most 1099, you are paid by talk time. So you should be keeping a spreadsheet, and there are plenty of free spreadsheets. Excel is the most common one. The date, the times worked, and your minutes. So LiveOps updates every 24 to 48 hours, not including the weekends, the times you've talked and how much you made during that. So that's a good way to keep track. You know if you have to schedule more or do less to handle your family, medical, and your other needs. So yes, it can be it's a bit of feast and famine. And hang on just a moment. My nose is itchy, allergies. So yeah, definitely $25 out of every 100 made. Your goal should be $100 to $150 made every day. So you'll kind of get an even keel with your client about what the busy times are and how much you're making and this and that. So it can be kind of, frustrating to deal with that. What is a clean desk policy? So, clean desk means the computer equipment, and that is it. So, for example, on my desk, I have my coffee, which would not be acceptable. On my desk, I have my tea, not acceptable. On my desk, I have my phone, not acceptable. A clean desk policy means no writing, no phone, no drinks, no snacks. And a lot of times, you can set them aside. Like I've got a little table over in this area, and you can set your drinks aside and your pens and, phone and stuff. And for the phone, you put it on silent so that nobody hears the phone ringing or the notification bells. But that is a clean desk policy. Why can't I find a job for X amount of dollars? So if you saw the videos I've done before, the past week or so, we talked about work from home in 2023. And it is tough this year. Let me tell you, if you are with me in the Facebook groups, we have discussed this over and over. Not only is it harder to get a job, but the jobs that are out there are not paying as well as when they did during COVID. During COVID, it was not a problem to find $18 an hour and up entry level customer service. Now you got some people paying 12, 13, 14, 15, and that's it. And from a business point of view, yeah, I understand why they're doing that. They're also stricter and more people being on camera all the time. And, like I said, from a business perspective, there's a ton of applicants. Late last year and early this year, there were a ton of layoffs. And places like Cigna, they stopped some classes. I know Lowe's, after June or July, they're on a hiring freeze. T-Tech has also put off some of the work from home. I know one person reported they were in a Zoom meeting for a work from home position and were told it's now on site in Austin, Texas. And they're like, no, I'm not going 2 hours one way and 2 hours back for a $15 an hour job. And that's not all positions with T-Tech, but it was that one position. Some of these companies are now, due to business needs, not going forward. So it has been a struggle for a lot of people. How long does it take to get YouTube to see my videos? That depends. Now, this whole thing with the shorts, some people are very successful with the shorts and getting subscribers that way. And some people, the longer videos, they're doing better that way. Last year in 2022, I would have told you 3 months is a good guideline to see how many videos to post, what time the videos are to post, and to get a good idea of what thumbnail styles that people are clicking on. Since the shorts have been introduced and monetized, I know that a lot of people are posting 2-3 times a week, but they're doing 2 shorts every day. And the algorithm is picking up on quite a bit of that. It also depends on what category that your videos fall in. So for me, I do work from home, and that is not only, we're no longer doing job postings, but we are going through the work from home issues and my journey work from home in budgeting. And it's just a little harder, but I always tell people the 3 month mark of steady posting will let you know what is a hit and what is a miss. What is the difference between talk time and available time as far as pay? So this also is a 1099 question. And say, for example, that you log in to your 1099 company and you are working between 3 and 4. Your available time is 60 minutes between 3 and 4. However, let's say you're on the phone a pretty good amount of time, but you only talked 45 minutes. So your talk time is 45 minutes, even though you were available for the full hour. So your 1099 companies, for the most part, not all, but for the most part, are only going to pay you for talk time. Weekly versus bi-weekly pay. Oh, buddy, that depends on how you budget. So BroadPath pays weekly. And the company I was with before them, LiveOps, for 3 years, they only paid semi-monthly. So they paid on the 1st and then paid on the 16th. So I like weekly pay because I get all my bills out. Every week I know that I'm not going to be late on a bill or this on a bill, and I know I've got a smaller amount of money to deal with. Now, bi-weekly, sometimes that works out better because it's a bigger chunk of change for people. So if you've got your rent to pay, you're paying all of your rent. If you've got the electric bill, you've got all of the electric bill, and you're not having to make partial payments throughout the month. So a lot of that will depend on what works for you. All right, everybody, we're rounded up for today. My name is Becky, and I will see you next time.